and welcome to another session of meditation and breathing. My name is Flick, and I'm very happy to be joining you again as your partner in your wellness journey. Today we're going to be expanding on some of the skills that we've already been practicing around focusing in on the breathing and the breathing cycles. But today I'm also going to be introducing you to another breathing cycle, one that will feel a little bit different to anything that you've probably tried before, and is fantastic to help to train the body to prepare it to move from one system to another. And that's what I'm referring to as your sympathetic nervous system versus your parasympathetic nervous system. Your sympathetic nervous system is usually triggered during fight or flight, and in any times of heightened stress or even physical or emotional pain, this will trigger, releasing a whole bunch of adrenaline into your system and probably making it quite hard for you to function the way that you'd like to. Quite often people actually get quite sick after they've been stressed. This is because that inhibits your immune system from doing its job well. So I'm going to be teaching you a breathing cycle today as we work through that will help you to disable that system. And as we continue to go into the other sessions, we're going to expand on that even further. So this is going to be another great tool for you to have in the tool belt. So without further ado, let's get to it. Simply get yourself as comfortable as you can. Sitting, laying, whatever feels good for you today. Be guided by your body. Start by breathing in through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. And on your next exhale, simply shutting your eyes and allowing yourself to sink into the space wherever you are today. And giving yourself a moment to adjust as your senses take hold and become more aware of any sounds or sensations, any feelings of your skin pressing against the chair, the bed, the floor. And just being present with it as you breathe through it. I'd like you to take a moment now to begin your calm breathing cycle. Your inhale through the nose for a count of 4, followed by an exhale through the mouth for a count of 4. With every breath in this cycle, you become more calm, more in control, more at peace. Every exhale grounds you towards the earth. I'm going to introduce you now to an intermediary breathing cycle, which involves an extended exhalation. As you begin to do this, you may feel a sensation of resistance. I'd like you to try and stay with it if you can as you breathe. You may also feel a sensation of floatiness or even potentially a little bit of wooziness. This usually lasts for a maximum of 30 seconds, so if you can, simply stay with it. But please also know that at any point, if it becomes too much for you, you can move back to the calm breathing cycle and complete the meditation from that point of view. There is no judgment. It is a practice, and these things do take time to get used to. So be compassionate with yourself in your practice today. Your intermediary cycle will begin with an inhale through the nose for a count of 4, followed by an extended exhale for a count of 6 through the mouth. As you continue to breathe through this cycle, you may feel that sense of resistance in the diaphragm or in the ribs. Work through it. As you continue to breathe, acknowledging for a moment that it is growth that comes from struggle. And so as you move through that discomfort, as you adjust to this breathing cycle, know that you are growing, expanding your skills, learning more about your body. As your diaphragm becomes more accustomed to this extended exhale, its muscle will relax, allowing you to feel calmer. Your body may begin to feel heavier, but your mind may begin to feel lighter. In this state, allow yourself to acknowledge your body and your brain, their ability to work together, but also to work separately, and to revel in the complexity and the privilege of your human form. Continue to stay with your breathing, tracking your inhale for a count of 4 and your exhale for a count of 6, from their very beginning to their end of every cycle. As you do this, you are placing your brain into a neutral gear, allowing you to think less emotionally, more logically, allowing you to have greater control over any physical sensations of pain or any emotional feelings of discomfort. With every breath in this extended cycle, you are releasing serotonin, endorphins, oxytocin, and reducing the impact of adrenaline on the body. If you do find yourself being carried away by thought or distraction, simply bring yourself back to tracking the breathing, inhaling for 4, exhaling for 6. There is nowhere else that you need to be. There is nothing more important than this. So stay with the breath. And now I'd like you to let go of any focus on the counting of the breath. Simply let your breathing do exactly what your breathing wants to do. And simply sit with it for the next few moments. And now I'd like you to bring your focus back to the breath. This time, moving back into the calm breathing cycle. An inhale for 4 through the nose and an exhale for 4 through the mouth. Again, giving yourself space to adjust to this breathing cycle, with the expectation that there may be some physical sensations that change. This is all perfectly natural and normal, and a sign that you are getting greater control over what your brain and body are doing. As you become accustomed to your calm breathing cycle, give yourself permission now to bring forward any feelings, emotions, or sensations that may have arisen through the extended breathing cycle you just completed. This is very often a gateway for the body to communicate at an even more intense way. Which means it's a very healthy practice to get into. Just allow it all to come forward without judgment as you continue to breathe through it. And now that you have acknowledged any feelings that have come forward, I'd like you to now visualize the breath as though it is a liquid moving through you just like water, in constant flow, always there, morning, noon and night, faithfully by your side. Feel the body as it moves with that same flow, expanding and contracting in the same way that the water reaches the shore and then pulls back in with the tide. This is a flow that can be found all over the world in so many different ways. A flow that connects us all and connects you to the planet. This natural flow can be returned to at any time, simply by focusing in on the breath and feeling the body adjust. When you are in flow, you are at your most human and powerful self. I'd like you now to let go of any focus or control on the breathing. And as you just breathe in the background, I'd like you to take a moment for gratitude. This time looking for 2 moments that have occurred in the last 24 hours. It could be anything from an experience or some kind gesture that was done for you, or perhaps a way that you handled yourself that you're incredibly proud of. Whatever it is, let it come to you. Allow yourself to think through it as you continue to breathe. And now letting go of any thought and simply sitting with yourself, fully aware of how you feel now compared to when you started this practice today. Allowing yourself now to become more aware of any sensations, sounds or movements around you. Wiggling the fingers and toes. Feeling your skin pressed against your clothing. And when you're ready, just blinking your eyes and allowing yourself to adjust to the light. As always, just taking a moment to be present with yourself after you've finished your practice. I encourage you, as we continue to move through these sessions, to make notes at the end of your practice if you like. These can be writing down your moments of gratitude, or even any thoughts or emotions that did arise through the practice. And each week, you can reflect and read them back. It's incredible how much the body and brain is often trying to communicate with us. And it's not until we actually breathe and give space for that these thoughts become much clearer. And so this practice actually allows you to learn so much about who you are, what it is that you need, and how to get the best out of yourself and your life. So give yourself time, if you'd like, to follow that practice through. Write everything down, and weekly take a moment to reflect on what it is that you are learning. I hope that today's session brought you more peace and calm and a greater understanding of who you are. It's been my pleasure to guide you, and I look forward to guiding you in the next session of meditation and breathwork.